Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the greatest recordings ever. And we're going to cut right to the chase. Today, we're talking about the Brahms Double Concerto. It's the stepchild of the Brahms Concerto, just like the Beethoven Triple Concerto is the stepchild of the Beethoven Concerti. But the difference between them could not be greater, because whereas the Beethoven was an early-ish kind of experimental piece, the Brahms Double is a late masterpiece in his most terse, epigrammatic style. In other words, Beethoven is like big and sort of blowsy. It's got three soloists. It has to say everything three times. It sort of gets stretched out and expanded. The Brahms is very compact, extremely compressed in its forms and in its expression, and it's the shortest of all the Brahms concerti by a long shot, even though it has two major solos for violin and for cello. But for some reason, people don't seem to care for it all that much, or at least it doesn't get played all that much compared to his other three major concertos, that is, for violin and the two for piano. And this has always puzzled me because, like I said, it is the shortest, which means that, if only for that reason, it's perky and peppy and it's over with in a reasonable amount of time. This recording, which is the greatest ever, George Szell, of course, with David Oistrakh and Mstislav Rostropovich, violin and cello, it lasts, 33 minutes and 29 seconds. And it's by no means, an inordinately quick performance, not at all. So it's kind of amazing when you think about it. It's in three very well-proportioned movements, and it has some wonderful tunes. I mean, the very opening, it's stuck in your head forever. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, blah, and then all of a sudden everything, happens. Or the finale, Oh, I'm being summoned. Where are you, honey? Come here. That's a good girl. Yes, I know. Anyway, Mildred wants to play. You want to play? Come here. Where's your toy? Oh, here it is. Excuse me. You ready? Ready to fetch? Go get it. Okay. Anyway, so it's the tunes are great. And the dialogue between the orchestra and the soloists is amazing. And it's just, but for some reason, it may be a little bit gnarly. Some of the writing for the cello and the violin is a little, double stoppy and perhaps not as broad-breathed lyrical as we might expect in a work for two stringed instruments like this. That's always a possibility. But for whatever reason, and it just hasn't caught on as well as the others. Now, of course, I know a bunch of you are just going to pop in, like when I talked about the Beethoven Triple Concerto as Beethoven's dullest work, major work, which is. And then people pop in saying, I love it, it's wonderful. Well, no one cares what you like. I'm just talking about its place in the pantheon, how people perceive it. I love the Double Concerto. I think it's wonderful. I liked it better than all of his other concertos originally for the very reasons I just mentioned, because of its wonderful writing for the soloists and because it's shorter. I really thought that was a good thing. I only gradually grew into the other ones. So, it's always a very personal thing, obviously, and that's not the point. The point is that it's a real masterpiece. One of Brahms's, was it Brahms' last orchestral work? It may be. I don't remember if it was that or the Fourth Symphony, but it's like one of those. And, and Szell, Oistrakh, yay, Rostropovich, amazing. Now, of course, all of these people did it before. Well, Szell, I don't know who else he did it with, but Oistrakh recorded it before, Rostropovich recorded it before, and one of Oistrakh's was very, very good. It was with Galliera and Pierre Fournier, I believe, in the Philharmonia on EMI. And the work actually has very, very few poor recordings. it's been much luckier than his other concerti. And the reason for that actually is I think, first of all, because you have two soloists. And because you have two soloists, the role of the conductor is more important, actually, not less, because they have to somehow agree to cooperate on a level that prevents any one being in the enterprise from overshadowing all the others, especially if the overshadowing is going to be of a perverse nature. There is a certain, and then there's the work itself. I mean, the work itself is so straightforward, so hard-hitting, and just so direct in what it does. I mean, you just like, come on, guys, this is business. Get up and play it. We don't have the opportunity for people to make nonsense out of it. It's written within a very, very strict framework, both expressively and formally. So you're likely to get a good performance. But then there are the astounding performances, of which this on EMI Warner is definitely one. Oh my goodness! It's usually coupled with the really icky Beethoven Triple Concerto with the Berlin Phil and Karajan with Oistrakh, Rostropovich, and Richter, all of whom apparently hated each other and didn't get along at all when they were making it. It's not horrible, but it's not wonderful. But this double concerto, whoa, baby! This is it. This is it, folks. One of the greatest recordings ever. Taut, thrilling, perfectly balanced, exciting, rhythmic, propulsive, expressive. It's got everything. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.